Welcome. Am I recording? I am. Welcome to British Voice ASMR. I'm in a hotel room. Those of you who have been watching the channel for a while might actually recognise. So I'm doing a little hotel room tour today, and I'm in the Calm Hotel at the Lake of Menteith. So that out there, you can see, is in fact the Lake of Menteith, which I think is like 15 minutes north of, kind of northwest of Stirling, so pretty central in lowland Scotland. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful spot. Nice hotel. Now, forgive me, I have slept in the bed, and the lady came earlier on to see if I needed anything for the room, like a spritz up or whatever, and I said no, because I'm only here I was here last night, I'm here tonight, and then I'm home tomorrow. So I was like, I don't need the bed doing or anything, it's fine. I asked for some tea bags, because I was going through my tea bags, and I asked for a replacement of a Tunnocks caramel wafer bar. We will get to those because they are special. And that was it. So the bed, I have made the bed. and this is why the people that service rooms are so spectacularly good. Because my entire life, no matter how much effort I have put into trying to make a bed, I have never once managed to make it look anywhere near what the hotel room service people can do. I genuinely don't know how they do it. Like, if you happen to be a hotel room service person, how on earth do you make the bed so neat and so like tightly packed that it's almost impossible? It's almost impossible to like get in the bed. You have to kind of strip the bed. I don't know, they like full on mash it underneath. Anyway, it's a skill. It's a skill. So, I'll give you a little tour. We have a nice tartan walls. This is just wallpaper, sadly. It's not actual tartan. I mean, putting actual tartan on the walls would probably be quite an expensive process, so I don't really blame them for that. We have a beautiful kind of velvety, squishy headboard that runs all the way along the wall there. So it's in 4 separate pieces. The bed itself is massive. I think it's probably 2 singles pushed together. But it is big. I didn't notice a kind of divot in the middle. Yes, I think there is. I think that's 2 singles pushed together. We have wicker on the cabinets, so nice little wicker bedside tables. Nothing in there. With even the knobs, they don't actually look like wicker, but they are. That's a wicker knob to go on it as well, which is pretty decent. Glass top, and these beautiful pebble lamps. So kind of pop together with whether these are actual pebbles or kind of I think they might be kind of just ceramic made pebbles, just designed to look like pebbles basically, rather than actual pebbles just stacked one on top of the other. But yeah, a beautiful effect, so I am fond of those. Obviously, as you get in hotels, the old school phone. Someone, I can't remember who it was, someone actually commented on one of my videos photos not that long back, saying that they actually still had a classic old phone in their house that functioned as a phone. But they had it, I think, off the registry and only gave the number out to family and friends so that they knew that if it rang, it was actually someone that they wanted to talk to, and not just some random kind of junk number, which always used to be quite annoying. So people do still use them. That is a thing. What should we do next, folks? Shall we do the view or shall we do the tea and coffee? Let's save the tea and coffee. Because that, for me, that is the highlight. Even though the view is delightful, let's pop our little noses outside. Alright. So, it's a bit too bright for it. Oh gosh. You know what, actually, I'm going to close the door. My room will get cold. It is February. We're filming this in February. And as you can imagine, February in Scotland is not the warmest season. It's just started raining for the first time today. Today has pretty much been the first time in recent memory where I woke up and it was bright. The sun was actually out and there was clear skies. Made a delightful change. But no, it is now windy and starting to rain. And quite chilly. So I'm not really going outside, as you can imagine. I am staying in the room on this little chair here. Now this little throw, which is kind of a woven herringbone pattern. Don't ask me how I know that's a herringbone pattern. I don't actually know. Obviously just learnt that randomly somewhere along the way. That was across the bed when I arrived. But usually when you sleep on the bed, they just end up on the floor. So in anticipation of that, I've popped it on the chair. Yeah, and it's a very nice fabric. It's soft. The chair itself is quite a soft and delightful fabric, as is this one. So there's two of those. This one is just being used for storage, because there's only one of me in the room, as always. Depressing. But yes, that means I only need the one functioning chair, so I sit there, I have the view. On my table I have my books. So this is embarrassing. This book, I actually started reading this book last time I was in this hotel, which was last summer, so probably at least 9 months ago. And I started reading it there, and I'm only that far through. Basically started reading it and didn't pick it up again since. And it sits in my... Right, sorry for that. I'm going to have to try and splice two videos together now. My mother just rang me and my phone's on Do Not Disturb. So how her call has come through, I do not know. It's probably a mum thing. Maybe just mums just have this natural Do Not Disturb override. And my phone ringtone, I need to change it. It's really aggressive. Is Fuel by Metallica, possibly Machine Head. No, Metallica. I can't remember. Goodness gracious me. Anyway, it's very loud and very not something that you want to hear in the middle of an ASMR video. Let's put it that way. It gave me an absolute heart attack when my phone went off there because I was not expecting it. Anyway, I will remove that last bit off the previous recording, and then I will stitch this bit onto it and try and carry on where I left off, which I can't remember whether we were talking about the throat or the book, possibly. I don't know. Anyway, am going to have a bit of coffee because, judging by how addled my brain is, I think I require it, and I made this just before I started. A teeny tiny little Nespresso cup. Delicious. Yeah, I think I was talking about the book. I started this Impartial History of Britain book. It's very funny. It's quite comedic. It's written by a chap called John O'Farrell. And obviously it's just a kind of tongue-in-cheek take on British history. And I like my history a lot. I did ancient history and archaeology at university. Celtic and Viking archaeology is a master's degree. I'm a big fan of my history. And I like amusing things, and it combines those two. But sadly, it's been sitting in my bag ever since pretty much the last time I was here, so I read a fair chunk of it, stuck it in my bag, and it's just stayed there for 9 months. So, yeah, as good as it is, it's obviously not gripped me so much that I had to finish it. But I suppose that's the case with those kind of books, because it's not like a thriller or a drama where you have to turn the next page to find out what's happening. It's just a pleasant read. So it's the kind of book you can put down, pick up, and put down and pick up again, willy-nilly, essentially. Just enjoy it whenever you have the time. So I do not often, obviously, get the time to sit down and read. Life, sadly, is very, very busy all the time. I spend 90% of my life on the motorway, doing, obviously, events and things for Sony, so it keeps me out of trouble. It's a very nice coffee. So that's my cue to go and talk about the coffee and the tea. Let's do that. Pop that by. Oh, hopefully that wasn't too loud. Okay, here are the facilities. Have a Nespresso machine, quite a large one. And this delightful little tray is on top of the wooden tray. You have your cups and saucers, a little teapot. The beauty with this is there is no kettle, so you get your hot water just out of here as well. So I had a pot of tea earlier, which was delicious. And then here we have, so there's a decaf Nespresso. I had one of these when I arrived last night. A ristretto. I've not had any of those yet. I'm having one of these currently, so Leggero. Don't know what these things mean yet. I am actually learning Italian, so at some point I might actually know how to pronounce and say these things. Cafe Vanilla, that's a nice easy one. It's just vanilla coffee. So yeah, Cafe Vanilla. I will be definitely trying one of those later. Look very tasty. The tea, I've had one of these so far, and it made the pot perfectly, so a decent brew. This is Tea Pig's Morning Glory, beautiful name, which has won some great taste awards. So, where is Tea Pigs from? Let's see. Does it tell me? No. Goodness only knows. I don't know. It's tea. Sounds like it's probably British. I don't know. These are all just the Morning Glory everyday brews. And then if you fancy something fruity, you have a Brody's coffee. So red berry crush, raspberry and peach, and then I think the others in there are kind of your standard green tea chamomile type offerings. There is UHT milk, however, I asked for proper milk and they brought me proper milk, which I have popped in the little mini fridge over there. So I'm quite happy with that because UHT milk makes everything taste a little rubbish in my humble opinion. Excuse me whilst I have another sip even, of coffee. Right. Other highlights you will find in Scottish hotels: Tunnock's milk chocolate coated caramel wafer biscuits. If you've ever been to Scotland, you'll know these things are legendary. My grandmother always used to have these at home, and so when we'd go round for our music lessons and whatnot, because she was a music teacher and a piano teacher, and a very talented musician, managed to skip my generation sadly, but she'd often have those very, very tasty things. And we also have Tunnock's milk chocolate mallows, so bear with me. Well, that's the end of the coffee, so no more coffee interruptions, I promise. Yeah, these things. Only one of these because I ate one already. So fortunately I've got a couple of the caramels left for later. But these things are delicious. It's basically a thin milk chocolate kind of shell with a biscuit base, and then all the middle bit there is, I think it's got a bit of jam in as well actually, and all the middle bit is like this kind of gooey marshmallowy. It's kind of like semi-melted marshmallow. It's really gooey marshmallow. It's beautiful, beautiful, very sweet, very delicious. These are sitting on a chest of drawers which match the bedside table. So lots of wicker on show. In here we have a hairdryer, a little booklet of best places to visit, which we're not going to have a look at. And I'm going to leave that open because I think it's going to be loud trying to close it with one hand. On the wall, this is the Osprey room, so a lot of the rooms have numbers, and then a few of the nice rooms, which I'm lucky to be in, have the names of birds that you get in the area. So that's osprey is obviously a bird of prey, which tends to eat a lot of fish. So being by a lake, I'm sure they probably get ospreys here, maybe diving in and stealing trout out of the lake. This lake does get a lot of trout, so you see in the mornings you'll see all the little boats going out with the fishers in, and they go out to catch some trout for the day. And then the restaurant here at the hotel will very often have fresh caught fish of the day on the menu, and generally speaking, it will be absolutely delicious. So last night it was cold and I wanted a winter warmer, so last night I had the soup of the day, which was tomato soup, followed by a steak and ale pie. Oh, it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. Tonight I'm hoping there's some kind of like fish chowder or something like that to warm my cockles. Bathroom. Let's have a little look at the bathroom. So the bathroom's pretty standard fare really. It's not huge. It's a little bit old and dated. But I have had a bath already today, which was lovely, nice and warm. And unlike most hotels, look at this. So they actually give you some bubble bath. So this is a lemongrass even, and ginger, organic aloe vera bubble bath. So I popped that in my bath today. On top of that we have whiskey and honey hand and body lotion. I've not used any of that, but I might do later. I did use some of that last time I was here on my hands, and it smelt divine. Oh, honey is wonderful anyway, but add whiskey to the mix and all of a sudden, oh, heavenly. We also have here, what are we on? juniper and lime shampoo, juniper and lime conditioner, and a juniper and lime body wash. And then you've got all my stuff, so my toothbrush and my toothpaste and my bits and bobs. I bought myself, look at this, look how old and ruined that is. That's nearly empty. So I actually went to Lush yesterday in Stirling on my way here. Bought some Renee's Shea Souffle. So that's a nice fresh one to replace the old one. The hand wash here is whiskey and honey hand wash. Obviously we have a sink and a loo. Very useful. Twyfords, I think is the name of these. A little towel rack. Yes. That's the bathroom. You've got the heated towel rail under here, currently drying off my towels. And kind of a wood panelling. I do actually like the old style wood panelling on walls. I might do some of this at home. It's probably expensive though. But I like the look of it. I like the kind of half and half wood panelled wall look. I think it's quite quaint and stylish. Yeah, I like that. In here, I've not been in here. What have we got? Ooh, dressing gowns, spare pillows, ironing board, iron, obviously place to hang your bits and bobs, and it looks like there's spare cushions up there as well, so maybe that's for the outdoor chairs, because outside there's a bench that you can sit on, so maybe that's if you want to put some cushions on the outdoor chairs maybe. Here's our escape plan for Lake of Menteith. I'm here. Osprey room. This room, I think this is the nicest of all the rooms. You've got a big bay window. I've never stayed in this one. I would like to at some point. This is the restaurant area. That's the little outside patio bit there. There's another little outside patio bit on the other side. Then obviously the lake's this way, car park's this way. And then these are kind of reception rooms, and the bar, that's the bar. I do have a voucher for a free drink actually. And here, complimentary drinks voucher. Enjoy our house spirit and mixer, glass of house wine, pint of draft beer, or a soft drink out to the port bar. I think I will probably go for a whiskey. I might see if they've got some whiskey or a draft beer. It does say for 2 people, so and there's only me. So I wonder if that means I can get 2. I might ask for 2. It's worth a go, isn't it? Also, obviously, the key, the Osprey key. 1 key for the front door, 1 key for the outside door. And they give you a nice little carafe of water. Cheese and wine, but that's only Monday to Friday. And it is currently Sunday, so I will be gone by the time that happens on Monday. I brought with my little Bible just in case I wanted to do a Bible reading ASMR video, but I don't know whether I will do or not. Because I have relaxing to do, and I think by the time I finish this video, I'm just going to want to put the camera away and chill. I have this book. You know what, this poor book's probably not going to get read anymore because I've got a White Dwarf magazine as well. And I did bring with me, that's the 400 to 800mm Sony G lens, which means it's a very long zoom. And obviously with the view over there, potentially I might see if I can get some good shots of kind of birds on the water, maybe. If I can be bothered, we'll see. I've got my little camera bag, my little work bag, decent old charging brick they've put down here for us, which is handy. USBs and whatnot. My trusty headphones on the other side of the bed there. Obviously go everywhere with me. And things to tempt you into spending money. So these aren't complimentary. There's Iron Brew, because you're in Scotland, so pure Scottish. There's Iron Brew, whiskey, and shortbread. That little basket thing there. That is about as Scottish as it's possible to be. Iron Brew, whiskey, and shortbread. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's have a look at the prices. Shortbread fingers. £2 for the shortbread fingers. Outrageous, outrageous. The Iron Brew, a can of Iron Brew. Are you ready for this? That's £4. That can of Iron Brew, £4. That's absolutely hotel prices, man. £4 for a 330ml can. If I was in Tesco, for £4 I could probably get at least 4 litres, maybe. Yeah, probably about 4 litres. Literally 10 times the amount. Hotel prices. You pay for convenience, I guess. I don't even want to know how much the whiskey is. Shall we have a look? Shall we have a look? Where's the whiskey? Oh, I don't know if it's even on there. The Highland vodka, 50ml of Highland vodka is £8. They've not put the whiskey on there. Oh no. So goodness only knows. Could be anything. Could be like £2 million. So I shan't be drinking that whiskey. Probably cheaper in the bar. I mean, they've offered me a free one, so I'll go to the bar and get a free one. Right. I think that's more or less it. Oh, you'll like this. This is a little peek into how disorganised my brain is. I forgot I was coming here, so I came up yesterday. I was working in Edinburgh yesterday, and just as I was leaving Edinburgh, I checked my phone, and it's a good job I did, because I had an email saying, "How did your check-in go at Karma, Lake Menteith?" And I was like, "What? I'm not meant to be on holiday, am I?" So I checked, and I had booked last night and tonight here, just as a little holiday for myself, and I'd totally forgotten. I totally forgotten. So good job I checked. So yeah, obviously I drove up here, but because I'd forgotten, I hadn't brought any clothes with me. So I stopped in Stirling on the way. Obviously got that lush tub that I've been after for a while, because the other one's very, very, very nearly run out. And I was like, well, I need to get some clothes, because I only had my work uniform. I was just going to go home last night, and that was that. So I went to Primarni, in Stirling, and looked in the sales section, and for a grand total of £20, I got 2 t-shirts, so 2 just plain t-shirts, one for today, one for tomorrow. These were in the sale, they were £3 each, so I got 2 t-shirts. I got a pair of kind of maroon jogging bottoms. I don't know if you can't really see them, can you? Nothing to write home about, but they were £6 in the sale. So that's £12 in total for, where are we? For my t-shirt. And have I got the receipt? Oh, here we go. Yeah. And then I got three pack of underwear and a pack of Stranger Things socks as well, for a grand total of £20. So 2 t-shirts, a pair of joggers, 3 socks, and I think three boxes for £20. I was quite pleased with myself, to be perfectly honest. Absolute bargain basement stuff. So I actually have some fresh clothes, which is a bonus because that's got my old clothes in, and frankly I didn't fancy spending 2 days of my holiday here sitting in old uniform, which would undoubtedly have started to smell after 3 days of being worn. So anyway, it's enough waffling for me for one day, isn't it? If you've enjoyed the video and you're still here, drop us a subscribe if you've not already, or at least a little like, or a comment, whatever. You know the drill. You watch YouTube videos, you know how the algorithm works. I'm not really doing this for kind of views, to be perfectly honest. The channel's never going to go anywhere, I'm well aware of that. I kind of just do these videos because it's something to do. Quite enjoy doing them, and I enjoy ASMR videos myself with people just randomly gibbering on quietly. I find it very soothing, so I'm hoping that you also have found this quite soothing. That is the point. Thank you for watching, and you, my Italian, arrivederci. I will see you next time. A presto. Have a good night.